Hello, everybody. Here we go again. Starting from where I left off yesterday and was in the strength part of the book. So I'm going to start reading straight away. So, seven, strength. Question. What comes easy? What what comes easy to you? We looked at your personal pe we looked at your personality in the list in the last question. Now let's look at your strength. When you tap into your strength, you'll experience increased happiness and decreased depression in your life. Not just making this up, there is a lot of research behind this. It doesn't matter if you're stuck in a job or don't like. It doesn't matter if you're stuck in a job you don't like, because when you start using more of your strength, you'll become happier and, yes, more passionate about life. So, how do you figure out what your strengths are? Start by looking at what activities make you hard think, what give you a sense of freedom and excitement when you do them. For example, for me it's writing. I love writing. It's not always easy, but more often than not, I feel a sense of freedom, flow, and excitement when I'm writing. Once you have a list of activities you enjoy, look at what strength you are using in each. For me, in writing, it it would be honesty, simplicity, perspective, and creativity. I could go deeper, but I think you get the gist of it. Once I have this list, when I have this list, you can explore how I could use this signature strength in order in other in other areas of my life. Just thinking about it makes my heart buzz, buzz with excitement. If I wanted to, if I wanted to, I could dive even deeper into my strength list and explore what it looks like when I use honesty in my writing. For example, that would give me a better idea of how to apply it in other part of my life. So so you see, you don't have to find your passion because you can start turning up the amount of passion in your life right away. Tap into your strength and watch the passion in your life soar. Possible roadblocks. The roadblock you should be aware of is confusion. If you are like me, you might feel like you need a list of strengths to choose from. But for now, pretend that you have that list and pick whatever comes to mind. Remember, you are the only person who knows what's going on inside you. You can make your own words and categories because your words point to something beyond them. The words are not as important as the feeling behind the word. Time to write. Let's discover your strength. Start by exploring the question, what comes easy to me? And then dive into the prompts. When I'm working with when I'm work when I'm working at my best, I am what I find easy and what makes my heart sing is if I pretended to know, I'd say I was good at. Feel free to expand on these questions. Don't just answer with one or two words. Push yourself to write at least one paragraph or more. The more you write, the more insights you will get. 8. Humble beginnings. Question. What are or were your interests? I'm sure you have explored your interests before, but I recommend you do it again. You do it again. And this time I suggest you do it without censoring yourself. Just write whatever comes to mind. Why? Because more often than not, Your passion is hiding in plain sight. The problem is that life tends to get in the way of your interest. Challenges come up, and suddenly you don't have time for fun anymore. You focus on making ends meet or following the advice of your peers, and it slowly devours, devours you, devours, devour, and it slowly devours you from the inside. After a while, you start feeling miserable because you have gone off track. You have gone off track. This question is about reconnecting to the interest that you had in the past and have right now. Let's take an example. Let's take let's let's take an example. You are already familiar with my writing. I still remember coming up with crazy stories when I was 7 years old. People loved the quirkiness of them. But as the years passed, I forgot about my love for writing. Luckily, I rediscovered it. And here I am writing this book. The key is to not dismiss any that comes up. Go through all the interests that have made an appearance in your life. Then look at which ones you resonate with today. Possible roadblocks. Watch out watch out for Watch out for not taking these questions seriously. It might seem simple, but as you dive deeper, you'll uncover gold. The key is to keep writing when you run out of things to write. Remember, you only have to find one clue that you can follow. This isn't about coming up with your passion right here on the spot. It's about realizing that things take time. and that's your only and that you only have to move forward one tiny step at a time. Don't worry about don't don't worry about where this will lead. Just focus on this moment and this question. Time to write. Start by exploring the question. What are or were my interests? Write down anything and everything that comes to mind. And when you are ready, dive into the prompts below. When I was younger, when I was younger, ju- ju- when I was younger, I wanted to become. When I was a child, I always loved doing. Right now, I'm fascinated by. I love learning about. The reason is because remember to take breaks. Don't try to do all of these questions at once. Although, if you are anything like me, you'll do it anyways. And I think we'll have to stop here. Thank you so much for today, and I'll keep doing. There are a lot of days still to go. I'm pretty sure my reading and my English is gonna, significantly change because this is something that I've never done, and I'm gonna be doing this consistently for at least 30 days, which will help my, face and mouth muscles to get used to the sounds and the movements and the connections that they have to go through in order to produce a pretty nice English, and to connect what my brain is seeing in the screen to what my mouth is actually producing as a sound, which is something very, very difficult for me because I feel that my brain goes in a pretty wild. Yep. Thank you. Ok. Ahora qué hago acá.